Music of Armenia was established in 2008 when I was working in the music industry in London. At that time I was also living in London. And I found the need for it because I found out that there wasn't an official organization or any organization or even just a platform, online platform, that would gather all the Armenian musicians from around the world on it in order for them to promote their music and to network and to connect. So the initial idea was just to simply start a platform, musicofArmenia.com, on which musicians would be able to have their pages and promote their music through videos and to connect with each other. But very soon, when I started talking to musicians and they started telling me about their needs, the demand and supply situation happened when there was more demand and we didn't have the right supply in Armenia or outside of Armenia for these musicians. So we decided that perhaps it would be good for us to also try and help them in other ways. So we also started organizing concerts and events. We also started acting as agents and managers for musicians and represented them in international festivals. And as we grew over the years, I felt personally that if we are Music of Armenia and we try to represent Armenian musical heritage and to promote Armenian musicians from around the globe, it would be good to focus on some of the main aspects of Armenian music. And so we also established festivals, such as the Sayat Nova Festival, which promotes Ashukh culture, Sharakan Festival, which promotes Armenian sacred music, Yerevan Duduk Festival, which obviously promotes the legacy of Duduk, and Women's Musical Month to also focus on the talent of Armenian female musicians. If we want to promote Armenian music internationally, we need to be internet savvy and we need to make use of modern technology. And I'm very happy to say that in 2008, when we launched our website and we had a YouTube channel and a Facebook page, we were one of the first, in fact, I dare say we were the first organization to ever do anything like that. Prior to that, because we carried out a thorough research to find out what was already out there and what was missing and how we could improve it. And we found out that there was no other organization doing the same thing and there was no other platform. And I remember how Music of Armenia's YouTube channel became this window to the world, and musicians wanted to have their videos featured on our channel because at that time YouTube wasn't very well developed in Armenia, and I think you weren't even able to have an account at that time. So the internet and the technologies are very important. We make sure that we are members of international organizations. Music of Armenia is a member of the International Music Council and the European Music Council, both of which have been established by UNESCO. We are also a member of the International Music Managers Forum. All these organizations I mentioned are the biggest network organizations around the world that represent organizations representing their own countries and the musical heritage of their countries. I say this with deepest pride, and I'm very humbled to say that, that Music of Armenia is and currently still the only organization in the history to have ever joined International Music Council and the European Music Council. And this year they will be celebrating their 70th anniversary at UNESCO headquarters in Paris, where I will be attending to represent Armenia. And not only that, but our Women's Musical Month project has also been selected to be exhibited within the World Forum on Music, which will take place at the same time. But we also represent music of Armenia and Armenian music on platforms such as WOMAX, which is the biggest world music expo in the world, and МЕДИА-ն. So these are things that we need to do in order to make ourselves visible on international platforms. And I personally take the responsibility to participate at different conferences and workshops that focus on the topic of culture and music, to make sure that Armenia is always on the map of music from around the world. So as I mentioned, we do everything, almost everything, to promote Armenian music. And we do this through festivals, concerts, and special music projects. The two topics I'd like to focus on, or the two projects I would like to focus on, are Women's Musical Month and Sounds of Sevan. I'll begin with Women's Musical Month. It takes place from 8th of March until 7th of April, symbolically with Women's Month, as we celebrate in Armenia. And the mission of it is to promote the legacy of music created by Armenian female musicians, as well as the talent of female musicians. And throughout the 5-week period that is between the two dates, we organize various events focusing on different genres and on different age groups to be able to promote from the youngest to the oldest. And every year we also focus on one Jubilee musician who is celebrating their Jubilee, as well as we try to give fellowships and donate musical instruments to up-and-coming and promising young talent. And the second project is Sounds of Sevan, which we delivered by the support of the Swiss Development Agency. And we recorded the sounds, the natural sounds of Sevan, the rain, the water, the waves underwater, and the natural ecosystems such as the birds and so on and so on. And with the help of duduk and female vocals, we revived the legend of Akhtamar. And it became an audiovisual multidisciplinary installation. And it also premiered during the Francophonie 2018 in Yerevan. But we are also very happy to say that we submitted it to London International Motion Pictures Awards. And at the moment, as we speak now, we are a finalist in the music category. So we hope to bring some kind of award back to Armenia. But that's already another way, I suppose, back to your question, how to promote Armenian music, by participating at festivals and at award ceremonies, because this is another way how we can get the word out through, a short documentary or through a multidisciplinary project. So we do that as well. We started very modest and very humble, and thanks to perhaps the need of the musicians and the perception and the reception also of the musicians and the international organizations and the international audiences, we grew way beyond what we were planning to do, which is obviously a good thing. And in 2018, in November, we celebrated our 10th anniversary. So very soon it will be almost 11 years we have been doing this. And we hope to keep getting stronger and to continue doing our job.